Hey, welcome to Nippy Invests. So in this video, I'm going to talk about ArchTIS because their Appendix 4C did drop or was released. So that's what drop means if you don't know. So it was released. So I'm just going to talk about ArchTIS. It was part of my series, one of the companies or 15 companies I was looking forward to see how they're doing in the previous quarter. Fortunately, what I wanted to see, I didn't see in this quarter, so I'm going to have to wait maybe to next quarter to actually see how much traction they're getting in the cybersecurity area. So let's get stuck into it. Probably not much to talk about in this quarterly. So this is their quarterly cash flow report, and again, it's not that I was disappointed, but I haven't seen the traction yet. So only $231,000 in receipts, and cash flow negative or burning cash of $793,000. And this is their history again. Not much to really see here. So the whole reason I think I'm interested and the market's interested in ArchTIS is based off what the government has been doing around cybersecurity and how much money they're going to be pouring into that section or sector over the next few years. And we're not seeing that hit the ArchTIS cash tills just yet. So they did mention $5 million in new contracts during the quarter, and $4.2 million of that was with the Department of Defense. And they did actually receive $1.3 million through the exercise of some options. So they've increased cash to $3 million. So that's not a negative, that's a good positive. And they did mention, and I've quoted this, cash receipts are likely to increase in subsequent quarters as revenue is received from the Department of Defense contract. So I was hoping some of that might have been into this quarter. So some holders may, shake their head at me, but I don't know this company in great detail just yet. But I just have to wait to next quarter for that. So I'm willing to hold willing to hold out, not hold because I don't actually own ArchTIS. I'm willing just to hold out until next quarter. And I've just mentioned Australian government tailwinds. I've mentioned, they're putting a lot of money into cyber security over the next few years in the billions worth of dollars. And we've started to see that already be relevant for ArchTIS as they're doing all these contracts. So you can see how the markets thought of ArchTIS from middle of June, when we started to see the government become more interested, when we saw some hacks into their system and that sort of thing. And today the share price did decrease by 2 cents or 4.65% based off this report. So nothing too significant there. The share price action over the past 6 months or so has been up from middle of June, but once we got to about August, share price hasn't done much. In fact, once it's reached about 50 to 60 cents, we've seen some sell-off. So in fact, this is almost looking like a descending triangle almost. So a descending triangle, just show you this with the laser pointer, if you can see. So descending triangle, if actually this was a little bit higher here, if you just draw a line from the lows, the lows are all have to be sort of near the one price point, and then the highs here. So you want to see lower highs. Sort of do see that this high here was first high, the next high is a little bit lower. This high is maybe just a touch lower, and then this high is lower. This high is maybe lower. So almost a descending triangle here. But I don't really care about that, because I think the most important thing for the future is not anything when you can see in the charts. It's going to be how they do with additional contracts, and I think it could run quite hard if we start to see additional cash receipts next quarter, and when they become cash flow positive potential. So they don't burn a lot of cash, so all they need to see is a bit of cash receipts coming to the door, and they'll become cash flow positive, and that I think will be an inflection point for ArchTIS, and we might see a really good uptrend in the share price moving forward. So if there's any sort of big weakness in the share price here, I think it could be an opportunity for those buyers who are bullish on ArchTIS and this general sector. Probably also mention that probably not one of the competitors, but one of their ASX competitors. So we have Tesserent, ArchTIS, and we did have Vortiv, VOR was their ticker code, but they're in a trading halt right now, Vortiv, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they'll be selling their cybersecurity parts of their business. I don't know why. That's a weird thing to be selling out of high growth opportunities, but that's what they'll be doing. Yeah, I think it could be rumors, but we'll see when their trading halt is lifted when they release their announcement. But that's one company that's going to be taken off the ASX that's in this area, and looks like we're only going to have really Tesla and ArchTIS. Maybe there's a few more there, but I don't really notice or know. So if you do know, leave a comment in the comment section. But that's really all I've got for ArchTIS today. So if you're a holder, things are looking up for ArchTIS for the future. But for me personally, I'd just like to see some confirmation that those cash receipts are starting to increase. I think we'll see that next quarter. And I'd just like to see them become cash flow positive. If they do, look, I think the market will go up the share price will go up from here, and I might miss some of that rise, but I prefer to see or prefer confirmation rather than just hope for it. So that's all for this video. Have a good day. Bye. And don't forget, I'm not a professional advisor, so if you do need to seek professional advice, make sure you seek out a professional. See ya.